everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jamie and today we're going to play with some different things, I don't know, some different art supplies in the background of our coloring book. So I don't know if you saw, there was a bonus video on Tuesday with our KiwiCo Makers Crate, and I had way too much fun with that Makers Crate. It was gilding, so putting gold on objects. They supplied us with some leather to use. We skipped the leather and went straight to a coloring book. And since then I've been kind of playing a little bit, and I'll show you, this is what I've kind of done in this coloring book. This was just a practice for me to see if it would work. So the clocks and stuff is a napkin, and then I used the gold leaf on her gold chains and things. I just think it's really cool. I chose this to practice on because this is the Gold Corn book, and this picture is also in the Spirit Animals book. I had a bugger of a time with the background in that one, and it ended up being like the ugliest thing I had ever done. I hated it so much that I went back and painted the whole thing black. So I thought, if I have that same experience with the same page, like, so be it, you know? But I think it's working. I'm gonna do the same on this side, but we're not gonna worry about that today. What we are going to do is I have our Midnight's Masquerade, and we have this double page, and I kind of want them to correlate, and I've always seen this one as very green. I don't know, it gives me like a Tinkerbell kind of vibes. So that's what I'm thinking with this side of the page, and then I want like a black background around her and in between her wings. We're gonna use black gesso for that, but I thought these lines of her wings, what if we gilded that with some rose gold? I just thought that'd be so pretty. And then to make this side kind of go with it, what if we put some napkin in the background and then, you know, messed with that. My kids are home, sorry if you can hear them. They're not quiet. So, but we're getting to summertime and they're gonna be around a lot more, so I've got to get used to having them here when I'm trying to do other things. And they're getting old enough that they should be able to be good long enough for me to do something else. So, my youngest is 6.5. So, yeah, let's try this. Yes, yes, yes. Interesting. I just noticed like her hair comes back here. I hadn't noticed. I thought she had like a short bob. We might chop her hair because I really liked the idea of her having a short bob. Okay, let's start with the napkin on this side. So, the thing is with my practice, the little pieces didn't work as well, but I think we can still make it work. Let's see. So I've got the same adhesive stuff that came in the KiwiCo box. I don't know if it's like, I bet it's like a Mod Podge, because you want it to, you put it on and then you want it to sit for a little bit before you stick anything to it. So that's what I'm kind of thinking, is it's like a Mod Podge kind of deal, but it doesn't tell me. So we'll have to look at that, see what we can find out. So I'm putting a light layer of this here. Okay, and then just, yeah, the background that's inside the circle, I'm going to put glue. I wonder if it would work better if we just did the whole thing with the napkin. Let's do that. I'm gonna need a little more glue because I was using this before. You don't need a lot of glue, so I actually have like a half pan watercolor pan here that I'm putting it in because you really don't need that much. Okay. This brush, don't use brushes that you love with your glue because they just don't last very long. They take a beating, so even if you clean it in between uses, they just take a beating. Okay, so I'm getting this glue on here, and then the glue is supposed to sit for a little bit, like 5-10 minutes before you stick stuff to it. So we're gonna let it sit and get like tacky, and then we'll put the napkin on it. While that sits, I'm gonna come over here to this side, and I'm going to use my glue to kind of outline or put the insides of these wings in. Like, I'm just gonna go over the lines because I want them to seem transparent. Maybe we should do like the bulk of her wing as well, like this part here. Why not? Okay. Someone remind me that there were dots under here, and we'll add dots back in on top. That's your job. Remind me that there were dots. Oh, don't put my hand in the glue on the other page. Let's be mindful of what we're doing here. All right, then go over the lines. I think I already did that, but I don't remember. Okay. All right. Oh. Then let's come back over to this side. We're gonna take our napkin, and it comes in, I think these are 3-ply. So I lick my fingers and then pull, and you can see the layers kind of pull apart. And we just want that first layer. So I'm gonna pull the other 2 white layers off. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and like rip this into some pieces because I just think it'll work better if I'm working with some smaller pieces rather than the entire napkin at once. Okay, if you like want a napkin to rip in a straight line, if it's really important for the project you're doing, then wet the paper towel or the napkin where you want it to tear, and it will come right off. It's fabulous. Okay, so let's press this into this top area. Okay. And then let's take another piece and we'll lay it over here. Press our napkin down. Okay, and then I'm going to take maybe just a little piece and we'll kind of press it in right there. Cover up those little spots that we missed, and then we'll take another piece and stick there at the end. All right, then we're gonna kind of press and let it set and let it adhere, give it some time, a little love. Okay, I can see like where that napkin is supposed to be, like through it, because it's sheer. So I'm going to take a water brush that is just barely wet. I'm going to just wet the napkin right where I'm going to want it to tear apart. Okay, so I've kind of outlined that area. Okay, and then we're going to take, this is a wet brush, but a very dry wet brush. Like, I'm not putting water in the coloring book. It's a very dry wet brush. Okay, let's do the seam over here. This one didn't stick very well. We'll have to decide if we want to, how we want to remedy that, or if we don't. Maybe this isn't working and we'll just call it a lost cause. We don't know yet. Okay, now this section, let's see. Okay, well, no, it didn't work fabulously. I think we could have just glued it in better in other ways, but I don't know. We'll play with it and see what we can do with it. Okay, I wish I should have put this down before, so now I'm a little nervous that maybe I've waited too long, but let's try it. So we'll stick, this is the rose gold that came in the KiwiCo box, and it is so thin. It's much thinner than the napkin. It just falls apart. I mean, it is super thin. You sneeze, this stuff is going to fly. So yeah. And it will just, sticks to me like crazy. Sticks to me better than the glue. Okay, so we're gonna kind of, now they give like these papers you can press over. It's just like a piece of kitchen parchment paper. Okay. To help kind of burnish it into that glue. Oh my gosh, I'm talking and it's just flying away. Okay, let's see how it did on just those thin little strips that we wanted. This whole thing could be a complete lost cause, but I wanted to try it. So we'll use the brush that they gave us. Ooh, this may have worked very nicely, actually. I'm really working this brush in there to get the gold off of in between. And really kind of scrubbing that gold off that's not glued down. Hi, Mom. Hi, mister. Can you shut my door, please? Can you shut my door, please? Okay. Thank you. All right, I am looking at this one over here again, and I'm actually trying to break up some of that paper a little bit more so it's a little more splotchy. I'm just using the water brush to do that. Okay. so that it looks a little more intentional. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab my watercolors. I have this green color. I don't even know what it is. Let's see, I'm gonna add some water to my pan, which is my water brush. Let's see if I can see what this green is called. I should have the tube right here. This is called Jadeite Genuine. Jadeite Genuine. Okay. We might grab a little of this one too. Let's see, what's it called? It's called Ultramarine Turquoise. It's more turquoise. And then the yellow, just in case, is Indian Yellow. Have plenty of napkin here. All right, let's dab that off. I have some other water over here. Okay. Work some of this green in where we don't have napkin, giving us the color. Kind of fill it in. Let's see, what does this color look like? It's very bluey. I don't want that blue. If we add some yellow to it. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, give some, ooh. Yeah, just blend together. I'll just mix y'all in there. Do not drip on the coloring book, little thing. This is not my favorite water brush, so it's all good. It was just the one that was sitting here. Okay. Put some of this green in here too. Yeah, okay, so we'll just use these couple of green colors and get this in there. A little darker. I'm even putting it over the napkin a little, you know, like just kind of letting it go wherever. Oh, kiddos are starting to get ornery with each other. Can only go so long without getting ornery, right? I hope the summer goes by quickly. I think it's gonna try to be a long one on me if I'm not careful. We have some dark over here because of the napkin, so that's nice. Okay, we're gonna finish up with what we have here. Okay. And I'll let that dry. And I think we need to put some of that rose gold over on this side as well so that it... Okay, and we have gold touching my glue. Get off of my glue. Okay. See, look at that. It's so nice. Okay. Take our glue and let's do these up here. Okay. Let that sit for a minute. Whew. Have a mess. All right, let's see if we can just, I don't know how much rose gold I have in pieces, but You'll see. I'm going to use that first. Oh my goodness, everything is just wanting to stick to me. Because I'm just amazing. Just stick it on there. It's all sticking to me. I'm too moist. I have sweaty hands. Everything wants to stick to me. Okay, let's take a piece of this paper. Kind of make sure it's sticking where we want it to stick. There was not glue there. Come on. Maybe that's where I stuck my hand. What? You really think there was glue right there? My whole room's gonna be gilded by the time I'm finished. My goodness. Well, okay, maybe that wasn't the smartest move on my part. I didn't think about there being glue left over from our napkin in here. Kind of have a blotchy mess. What could we do about our blotchy mess? Okay. Here's what I'm gold. I've gilded myself. I've gilded myself. Okay. This is, I'm going to give you some thoughts and then I'm going to go finish these pages, the backgrounds, and then, yeah, we'll talk a little more. But this is obviously not what I had planned for this page. Crap happens in our life and crap happens in our coloring books. And you can either choose to continue on and try to make the best of it and make something work, or you can put a big giant X through it, close your book, and never look at it again. And both are valid options. I give you permission to do either. You mess up in a coloring book, it's not the end of the world. You can play with it and try to fix it or move on. And if opening that book and seeing that ruined page all the time really bothers you, grab some black gesso, paint over the whole page, let it dry, and it'll be gone forever, okay? So just don't panic about stuff. It's a coloring book. Crap happens. All right, so my plan for the rest of this page is to gesso in between the lines and around her. I'm not going to do that on camera because my kids are getting restless and yeah, and you don't need to listen to all that. So that's what I'm going to do, and then when I have it all gessoed, I will come back. If you do not feel comfortable with a paintbrush in these teeny tiny areas, Posca. We love Posca. I love Posca. We all love Posca. They have a bazillion sizes of Posca black paint pens, and I mean a bazillion different sizes. And you can use that instead of a paintbrush. I really like black gesso because it is so black and so matte that that's what I'm going to use on the page. But you do you. Okay, here is our picture. I'm using a gold metallic gel pen. This is number 551 in our jelly rolls to just put the little things. I wanted it over here to finish up the edge, and so I thought, well, I'll stick it over here too. Then of course we can always add more of it when we're done coloring, but I just thought it was good. So I probably will put it on her face as well, on those little lashes, but way cute. I think it's gonna be okay. I was thinking about, I don't know. Here's a white Posca paint pen. I wonder if maybe we could I don't know, cover up some of that. And then we'd be able to color over it later with some pencils. I don't know. We'll have to try. Just worth its shot. And, just clean it up a little bit, and then our pen. That is not the pen I want. Let's try this one. Yeah, I'll just kind of put some of those lines back in just so we kind of know where they are. All right. And then when we color it, we'll be able to clean it up even more. I think that will kind of fix our few issues on this page. I think it has come pretty good. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think we saved it, or do you think this still looks like a hot mess over here? Might still be a little bit of a hot mess, but I think it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be half an hour ago. So yeah. Okay, we'll come back on Monday or whenever this video, I start over there. I post every Mondays and Thursdays. So I come back and we will finish these 2 pages and we'll see if we can make them even better. Oh, and I did give her a haircut. I like that quite a bit. Okay, you guys, I will see you next time. I hope you have an awesome week, an awesome weekend, and you find time to relax, de-stress, remember that mistakes can be made, and you have permission to either try something new to fix it or just black gesso over it and never see it again. Totally up to you. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.